Hi there, it's Clive here with another review, and today we are looking at this. This is the Moga XP5-A Plus controller from PowerA. The only way to really play AAA PC and console style games that cloud gaming's offer on your mobile phone is use a decent mobile clip. Enter controller manufacturer PowerA, makers of controllers for all the main consoles and PCs. And they've released not only a versatile clip for your controller, so they do one for the Xbox, and you can buy that separately, but they've gone one step further and released a mobile gaming specific controller and clip combo. And that is the Moga XP5-A Plus. This has lots in it, lots of kind of things you can do with it, but is it simply a jack of all trades, or is it a master? Now, full transparency here, when I saw this controller on the PowerA site, I thought, you know what, this is the ideal, or it could potentially be the ideal solution for mobile gaming on the go and a PC gaming controller all at once, especially given my interest in cloud gaming. I've done tests on Project Xcloud, GeForce Now, Shadow PC, Stadia. So I reached out to PowerA and said, I'd like to try it out, give it a test. And they said, sure, we'll give it a go. So they sent me this. I just thought I'd be full transparent there. That being said, I've no idea whether this will do everything I think it will. Will it work on Stadia? Will it work on Project Xcloud, for example? There are additional features as well. Are they really worth it? So without further ado, let's find out and get on with the unboxing. Okay, so this is the Moga XP5-A Plus Bluetooth controller, and features include integrated 3000 mAh power bank, so you can charge your phone while you're playing. So it's a phone charger, mappable advanced gaming buttons, and of course a detachable phone clip. So there's some of the main features, and then here, one controller, endless possibilities. So familiar form, so they're saying, you know, it's a bit like a Xbox controller, looks a bit like an Xbox 360 controller there. You stand, you've got wireless or wired, so you can play it by Bluetooth, or you can connect by a wire, which is great for Stadia if it works with Stadia. There's a battery level indicator, so you know when you need to charge it. Power bank switch, so you can switch to charging. And as I say, the main stand's got a kickstand. But let's get on with the unboxing. So we've got the manual here, with all the relevant details where everything is. Some cables here which we'll look at in a minute. And we've got the controller itself here. I mean, the packaging is nothing to write about. It's just, you know, don't expect a presentation box. And then the actual gaming clip itself here, and it's got a kickstand. Don't want to break it. Yeah, this is quite stiff here, so you can have it at different angles, and you know it's not going to flop about or change. As I say, it's Bluetooth, 4.2 Bluetooth low energy. Maximum phone dimensions are 3.12 inches wide, 0.3 inches thick, which is basically 7.9 centimeters times a 0.8 centimeters thick. May not be compatible with thicker phone cases, so just bear that in mind, but pretty extensive there. Android requirements, you need Android 5, so that's Lollipop or above, Windows 10 or later. So there's two connections there, and Bluetooth connection here, button there. These are the mappable buttons. So if it's anything like the previous controller I tried, you can basically say, okay, I want the X button, I want this to replicate the X button, and you can do it on the fly, use the controller to sort of program that sort of almost instantly, so you can set up this button to replicate the X button. The X button still works, but so for instance what I sometimes do is get that to replicate, I don't know, a melee or a punch. Sometimes, you know, when you press down on the analog stick, sometimes swap to there, or I need something quickly, put there. It feels quite lightweight actually, considering it's also a power bank. That's quite surprising. I thought it would be heavier, if I'm honest. But anyway, there you go. They're the main features. What other? So we've got the Yeah, mini USB to USB-C, standard USB to mini US to USB-C as well, and a standard here, much longer one, USB to mini USB. This is a 2-meter wire. So this is a micro USB to standard USB for charging controller, power bank, or playing in wired mode on the PC. And then the micro USB, USB-C to standard USB to USB-C for charging phone with integrated power bank. So this is for charging the phone. And then the USB-C to USB-C for playing in wired mode on the phone. So this one doesn't charge it. So you can have 2 cables in at once, although you might not have 2 slots on your mobile phone, of course. And that is basically what comes in the package. The actual device itself, the controller itself feels quite light. I mean, just from a size point of view, if we compare it to the Xbox, it's almost the size of an Xbox 360. It's slightly bigger, but it's a lot lighter. I weighed it and it only seems to be at 50 grams difference, but it feels a lot lighter than a wireless controller, Xbox controller. The difference is very noticeable, so therefore it feels a bit plasticky on that basis, but it's just because it's really lightweight. It's got these sort of slightly rubber textured bits here to the underside, which is good for grip. That's quite nice. I quite like that. But apart from everything else, the buttons do feel a bit plasticky, but they're, the same functional. If I look at my Stadia controller as well, just to give you a sort of a sense, again, the Stadia controller feels a lot heavier because of the battery in it. This has got this 3000 mAh battery in it, but it just feels like, doesn't feel like it has got it, but it definitely has. It just feels very lightweight because of that. There is an advantage to this being more lightweight than, say, your Xbox controller, because you're maybe putting it in a bag or on the go and stuff, and you just don't want that extra weight. It all counts, I guess. That's the main controller. There's a lot of features on here, so there's a lot of things to go through, so I hope I cover it all. So when you first get it, you need to press the menu button, and then you'll see here it's got a USB or Bluetooth switch there, so you select whatever you're going to use. Let's have a quick look at the clip here. The clip has got this kick-out stand here. There's slightly soft rubber bits there to protect the controller, but for your mobile phone, these bits here, the grips here and here, I don't know if you can see here, and on the back here is rubberized, so it should protect your phone. The bit where the phone is as well, this is really stiff, which is good because you don't want it floppy, so it gives you the versatility of how you want to put it, and of course it folds away all neatly like that. But this is good, this is stiff, it's not going to kind of wobble on you. 0.33 of a centimetre there is the gap that you have. Now I've taken the case off my Pixel here because when I tried it with the case on, I'll put the case on, when I tried it with the case on, I mean it grips, it's not too bad actually, but it's not fully, it grips, that's actually alright with the case, but it doesn't, and it's clipped nicely. What you need to do is make sure, I don't know if you can see here, but there's some sort of little rubber teeth, they're sort of pushed out there, that they sort of grip it in there. So it's actually alright. I tried it earlier and it felt loose, but actually that is fine with the case, so that's good. But without the case, it fits even more snug, and you'll see how these little, I don't know if you can see, but these sort of black rubber bit grips over here overlap the phone and here as well. So just overlap the phone and keep it nice and snug, and that feels really cool in there, and that doesn't feel like it's going to move anywhere. You put the controller in, there's a little grip bit here that's sort of meant to marry up with this bit here. So, and that will make it firm. Let's see if that works. There. Oh, I felt that click. Did you hear that click? That felt very satisfying. Right, that feels solid. Yeah, there we go. You've got to really feel for that click when it just clicks into there, and that feels nice and solid. And again, the other thing about it being lightweight, I really kind of get it now. I think they have actually made an effort to make it as light as possible, because obviously holding it, when you've got the phone here, when you combine the weight of the phone with the weight of the controller, if you had like an Xbox controller here, it gets quite heavy for you to be holding it all the time like this. So I think there's an advantage in it being much lighter, as is the case. Anyway, we just switch the phone on, and then now on the back there's a Bluetooth button, which I just noticed actually on the back here, which is a bit inconvenient to get to. So I think what you need to do is you need to connect it to your phone before you put it into the controller. So connecting to the phone, so we're on there. I'm just going to press the Bluetooth indicator there, and then it starts flashing rapidly like that. Go to my Bluetooth. Right. Pair new device. There it's found it straight away, the Moga. Pairing. Done. Now we can put it back in. Hear the click. And there we go. We've got it on the Bluetooth button there. So we're going to try Project Xcloud, because I'm struggling to find a game, a basic Android game that allows controller. So when I find one of those, we'll demonstrate it. But the real thing I've got here is actually what we want to do is Project Xcloud, please. And we're going to play some Destiny 2. The real value for this, as I say, is for streaming your games. So cloud gaming, streaming your games from Project Xcloud, from Stadia, GeForce Now, to your mobile phone with a controller. That's the sort of what we're trying to do here. So hopefully this is connected, this will work. Project Xcloud said that they're going to allow other controllers. Press A. Yes, that worked. Encouraging. Programming or assigning a button is super easy. So let's program now to crouch to this button here. So press the red button. Then we want to press crouch, and we want to double it to this button here. So now I can crouch with B, or this button here. So you can see how that's quite useful, for assigning onto other. So just pressing the button at the bottom, and he crouches. I'm pressing this button here, which is the same as B. So that's quite useful. So it works, as you say, it works on Project Xcloud. Let's try it on Stadia next. So Stadia. Stadia likes you to have a wired controller. Pixel, of course, is a USB-C. So that slits in there. Right, so I've wired it, and hopefully this works with Stadia. So we know it works with Project Xcloud. Let's just hope it works with Stadia. Right, now, of course, what you don't have is... Okay, yeah, that's all right. So these double up, so the select button, select and start, are the same on an Xbox as the this button and this button. Select and start there and there. It's not as free moving as the as controllers I'm used to, but that just takes a bit of getting used to. Any new controller takes a bit of getting used to. So I've had a while to play with this now, and I've got to say I'm really impressed. This is a great controller for cloud gaming and for some Android games. Not all Android games. There's loads of Android games out there that do have sort of controller functionality, but loads that don't. But things like Minecraft, for instance, they do. So you can play Minecraft on your phone and things like that. In terms of cloud gaming services, I tell you what, it works great on Stadia, on Project Xcloud, got it on Project Xcloud here, GeForce Now, and on their mobile apps, this sort of combo works really well. So one thing I did forget to mention is on the leads here, I told you that it had a USB-C to standard USB, USB-C to mini USB, but of course also, look, got to mention, mini USB to mini USB and mini USB to standard USB. So, you know, they've thought of everything. You know, the fact that it's a battery charger, so you can charge your mobile phone while you're playing. You don't have to have it on all the time. Playing cloud gaming games on your mobile phone are going to drain the mobile phone. That's just the nature of it. You can charge your mobile phone while you're playing. That's the amazing thing. It's got a nice kickstand, the strong hinge clip here. It's not going to flop about. It's nice and stiff. You can put it in lots of different positions. You've got the extra gaming buttons, as I said, similar to the PowerA controller that I reviewed before for the Xbox. Now, one thing is, I was a little bit disappointed. I couldn't get it to work on PC, and I thought, well, it says here Windows PC. Not to worry. I reached out to PowerA, and they told me, actually, you just need to do a little tweak, and I did that for technical reasons. And they should mention this in the manual because it's a sort of a process that you can sort of do on the fly. It's so easy. Anyway, I did what they told me to. Basically, there are sort of two ways that the controller signal is interpreted. So there's two different methods that the controller signal is interpreted. So it might work on the mobile phone setup, but that might not work on the PC. But all you do is you press and hold the start and select button. So these two buttons here, you press and hold them for about 3 seconds. The light flashes, boom, you're in a different mode. I connected it to the PC, and then amazingly, I was able to play Fortnite, which is downloaded onto my laptop, using this controller. I went to Stadia in the Chrome browser, could play that no problem. GeForce Now application on the laptop, no problem. That's the amazing thing. It's so versatile. It worked on your laptop as well, on your PC, a Windows PC. It went to another level in my sort of estimations, this, really. So it went straight back to the mobile phone version, held start and select, 3 seconds, boom. It's set up ready to play on the mobile cloud gaming method. It's just a great controller. And actually playing Stadia on my Chrome browser, because the controller is quite lightweight, I found it really, and it's in a similar style to the Xbox in terms of the button layout, I found it really comfortable. All in all, this is a great package as it does cloud gaming big time. Your Stadia, GeForce Now, your Project Xcloud. You can sling this in your backpack or your bag. You've got a built-in charger so you can game for longer. I mean, the box says one controller for endless possibilities. And I think this could be the one controller you can take on your travels and play the various cloud gaming services, whether it's on your mobile, whether it's on your PC. PowerA have looked at basically what you need for cloud gaming, and they've ticked almost all the boxes. They've really thought this through, and that's why I've got to recommend this. This is a really good cloud gaming controller. I hope you found that useful. I hope you found that interesting. Please like, subscribe, all of that, and I'll be back with more tech news very, very shortly. Thank you for watching.